The winner is...
The winner is...
And the winner is...
And the Grammy goes to... Ah, that's what friends are for!
The Prayer.
Arthur's theme.
Burt Bacharach, Carole, Peter Adams,
It's like an out-of-body experience. Fantastic.
This is great.
That moment is spectacular.
They'll be playing my soul.
When you get caught between the moon
In New York City.
I grew up in New York City, only like 7 blocks away from what my dreams were to be. I got my first writing at Screen Gems. We wrote Groovy Kind of Love, and it was just fun. It was youthful.
I can hear you breathing in my ear. Won't you agree, baby, you and me got a groovy kind of love.
I once had a date with Paul Simon, a blind date. We fought over who came up with the word groovy first, because he had a song called Feeling Groovy. How could it work?
Well, hello there, good old friend of mine.
Being a great songwriter is no easy thing.
I'd get together with Melissa Manchester and we'd talk about our lives.
4 hours later, the conversation would start to reveal a theme.
She brought out a side of me that was, I think, more about being a woman, and a lot of our songs reflected that journey.
But I know that I can't go back anymore.
Carole always thinks of the melody when she writes the lyric.
She had just a sense, a smell for what was right and who it would be right for.
Carole always writes as if it is conversation and in real life.
Time for me to do it on my own. I'm on my own. Why did it end this way?
As a songwriter, there's nothing greater than hearing your songs sung by singers.
It's the falling in love that's making me high. It's the being in love that makes me cry, cry, cry.
You know, I used to have a list. If Barbra Streisand sings a song of mine, I'll consider myself a songwriter. If Frank Sinatra sings a song of mine, if Aretha Franklin sings a song of mine, if Michael Jackson sings, you know, and I honestly watched them go like, check it off, check it off, check it off, check it off. I thought, shit, this is so amazing.
For me, the thing that makes me feel most like I'm writing songs that matter are when they come from my heart.
Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me.
My favorite song is probably That's What Friends Are For.
That's what friends are for.
Bert played da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da. So I listened and I said, oh, I like that. Why don't you say, I never thought I'd feel this way. So he went, that's not what I played. Now listen, I played da-da, da-da-da. Okay, fine, so say and. So he goes, oh, okay.
And I never thought I'd feel this way.
I'm sure that's probably one of Carole's proudest moments because she got the voices of life to sing her song.
Every time I've ever heard it on the radio, I go, he was right. Bert, you were right. We donated the monies we received to the American Foundation of AIDS Research, AMFAR. I think it took on a higher meaning. Do you know what I mean?
Generous. That's the word that comes to mind, generous.
It's an endless supply of riches that she has given the world and given all of us, and she doesn't stop. She's into another medium now, and she's going to just win at it.
I got into painting because painting is a singular vision. It's my vision of what I want to bring forth onto the canvas, and I'm not dependent on someone else's melody. Come in here and, you know, you get to have the visual of all these paints and colors and mixed colors, and it's just fantastic. I love it.
She's a natural. You know, she could have had a career painting.
This picture is called Steve and Anne. I had to struggle for the title.
She did it spontaneously and surprised us. I was so impressed with it.
Carole is more than creative because it's, I think, her energy and focus that's so special. When she sets her mind to something, she does it.
We all have a certain amount of time on this earth, and I think we have to fill it with things that truly speak to us.
Carole writes the songs that the world sings.
And help us to be wise in times when we don't know.
She reaches 8 to 80 and she reaches the common man.
The Prayer is one of my favorite songs.
To my knowledge, Wind Beneath My Wings, Ave Maria, and The Prayer are the only 3 songs that get played at both weddings and funerals.
You must have struck a little bit of magic, David and I.
She's badass.
That's a really cool lady.
I have so much gratitude for the life I have today. I mean, it's more than I ever could have possibly dreamed for myself. And my son, Christopher, is the greatest gift in my life. And Bob is the greatest man that ever came into my life because he is exactly who he is. I wouldn't mind being 10 years younger, but I want to be exactly who I am at this moment.
They'll be playing my soul.
The reason I wrote this book is I realized that maybe in writing my story, I could help other women in their lives because, you know, there's a saying, don't compare your insides to anyone else's outsides. And I know that for so many years, my life must have looked amazing to people looking in at it from the outside because it was a life that I never dreamed that I would live. But for much of my life, I wasn't in that life. I suffered from tremendous fear, tremendous anxiety, tremendous demons from a rough childhood. And my life got better and better later in my life. When I met my husband, Bob, I suddenly felt safe enough to really live my life. I always knew that I had an amazing life. I just wasn't fully in it. And I just wanted to tell people that, you know, if you hang in and you do the thing you love. I was always lucky to do the thing I loved, which is songwriting. But my life got better where I eventually was living in my own skin and living my life, which is not how it began. So this book is a lot about the songs I wrote and the people I wrote with and the people I lived with, but it's also about the journey of becoming your own person. It's a journey, and I'm happily at the better end of it, even though it came late.